I need your help. More specifically, I need your advice, and we have a lot to talk about. Many of you have been tuning into my Apex Trader Funding series that we kind of started in late October, early November, and it's been running all the way until now. And obviously from the get-go, thank you for all of that support. Now, for those of you paying attention, or maybe you forgot, or maybe you just need a quick recap, through a little bit of luck, and when I say that, I mean a lot of bit of luck and some decent trading, the accounts are in a really good position. I've requested for payouts 7 times. 2 of them have been denied, 5 of them have been approved. I have 15 accounts, $2K each, that's $30K a pop, and now I'm at officially $150,000 in approved payouts, and that money is secure. It is sitting in my account. As you're about to see in a second, just because I don't want to be another talking head on the internet and I want to be as transparent as I possibly can be, those accounts have quite a bit of money sitting in them, in the realm of $600,000. So with that money in mind, and also the fact that I have 5 approved payouts from Apex Trader Funding, that officially means that I'm currently sitting at one of the biggest trading crossroads in my life. In fact, if I really think about it, this is one of the most impactful financial decisions that I'm making for my own life ever. So instead of attempting to figure it out by myself and potentially making the wrong decision, I had one of those light bulb moments and I realized I should ask you guys, because maybe, just maybe, if we put all of our brains together, I might be able to make the exact appropriate decision. As I alluded to earlier in this video, this particularly started in late October. I made the first video here in early November, and that's when I got denied, and then I had my first approval, and then I was denied, and then I was basically approved multiple times since there. But if you really want to get going with this saga, right here, Apex Trader denied me $30,000. That was my first video out of the gate with these batch of accounts. Oh, very quickly, if you don't know what I mean when I say batch of accounts, I'm talking about sim-to-funded trading. If you don't know what that is, if that sounds foreign, I'll make sure that there's a video posted below that really explains what's going on. But basically, I'm trading 15 accounts with Apex Trader Funding. And fortunately for me, I just found out that I got my 5th approved payout. I requested on Friday, January the 9th. Fast forward 2 business days, on January the 13th, I was approved. 1, 2, 3 plus 12, that's 15. 15 accounts, 2,000 each, another $30,000 locked in. Like I said, that is my 5th payout that was approved. So 30,000 times 5, $150,000 is the realized running total. As in, that money is not at risk, it is in my bank account. And very quickly, just because I know a lot of you are not going to believe me, because hey, it's the internet and I don't blame you. Payout number 7, amount requested 2,000, requested on the 9th. Obviously, they were all approved. It's pretty much these ones highlighted right here. Once again, it says 7 because 2 of them were denied and it counts each one, but I only have 5 in total that was approved. At the point that I requested this, the accounts were live for 56 trading days, but we have a couple more trading days under our belt now because I'm currently filming this on the 14th. In fact, as of market close yesterday, and remember this updates at midnight, the accounts were up anywhere from $39,000 in profit to around 36. As of today's trading session, the accounts are a little bit higher, 91,000 down to 89. So anywhere from $41,000 in profit to 39. And yes, there are the fresh 5 that I'm working on. I talked about them in previous videos, but just so you know, for the purpose of this video, we're not referring to these bottom 5. We're talking about the top 15, which once again, as you can see, roughly on average have profits of about 40,000 each. So that's where I got the $600,000 number. To be clear, those profits are from the start of the account until basically right now. I'm talking from late October until mid-January. But for those of you who are curious about how I'm doing mid-month, well, you can see from January 1st to the 14th, I'm up $147,000. To the long side, I've made $103,000. To the short side, I've made 44. This is the first time I'm showing you being net ahead by 44. So knock on wood, let's hope that that lasts until the end of the month. And just because I like going into analytics here, you can see this is my cumulative net profit. I started off January well, quickly got rid of all my discipline, realized that I was being stupid, and then ever since then, I've been on a nice trend to the upside. I've had 1 losing day out of 9 trading days, so 8 obviously making money. And then if you look to the long side, we've been right here. You can see long, 2 losing days to the long side, and if we look to the short side, actually 3 losing days, but 1 big winning day, which actually happened to be today. So kind of a little bit of mismatched data. I like the overall cumulative numbers. I think if I dive into it, there's places that I can improve. The max drawdown, especially on the 5th, was brutal. I did make an independent video on it, so feel free to check that out. But other than that, the numbers are acceptable, but I do hold myself to a higher standard and think that I could really improve it. This time around, my percent profitability is lower. It's about 10% off where it should be, but then I guess the trade-off there is I'm finally net ahead by shorts, even though I really haven't been taking too many shorts. But regardless, I'm sharing this because this is what I do. As I said, I want to be as transparent as I possibly could be, so at any point that it's reasonable to update the community with where this trading journey is at, well, I figure I should show you all the numbers I possibly can, and obviously trying to forget about those weak points, trying to not trade those anymore, and then the strong points, hey, why not double down and take some larger positions? Anyway, that's the skinny on the situation. From late October until mid-January, I've been approved 5 times after 7 payouts for a total of $150,000. I have 15 accounts, and together, all of them right now have a profit of $600,000. So in a weird way, you could think about it as $600,000 I haven't taken out with $150,000 that I have taken out. So in total, we're talking about $750,000. And it's kind of crazy to say this, but we're talking about $750,000 buckaroos. And this is exactly what brings me to the crossroads, which is why I need your advice. 100% payout eligibility guidelines. To qualify for 100% payouts, traders must first complete 5 approved payouts. Starting with the 6th payout, you can withdraw 100% of your profits, even if you reach this milestone earlier than 4 months. By following a steady 8-day payout cycle, you can achieve this in as little as 48 trading days, providing full access to your profits in approximately 2 months. For those of you who might be unaware, up until this point, you have a max amount of how much you're allowed to take out in every payout cycle. I had $50,000 accounts, so I could only take out $2K each. So those payouts you saw, it wasn't me just saying, $2K seems right. It was literally the max I was able to take out until now. So my question for all of you is actually pretty simple. Should I take the money? Should I take the $600,000, making my total payouts $750,000? And I know at first that might seem a little bit crazy of like, duh, dude, why wouldn't you take the money? But first, let me explain. I wrote some stuff down here. There's 3 major things that I'm kind of thinking about and considering. So before you yell at me in the comments of how obvious of a decision this is, at least quickly hear me out. Number 1, I understand the concept of money in hand. When the money leaves that platform, I don't have to risk anything going crazy with the platform, with my trading, this, that, or the other thing. The money is from their account into my bank account, and I can do whatever I want with it. There's a clear concept of, hey, money in hand. The second thing I was thinking about is, of course, the fact that I could keep trading it. I could obviously take the money out and fund my own futures account and do the exact same trading that I've been doing. And in fact, because it's futures trading, it's actually going to be tax advantage. And then the other way you could look at it is actually still just trading on Apex. So really, number 2 is the concept of just keep trading the money. Whether I go to my own account, my own futures account, and yes, to my understanding, there are going to be some tax advantages there. And really, I don't have to worry about breaking any Apex rules. However, if I stay with Apex, well, even though, yes, I have to consider the rules of Apex, you get a lot more leverage. Trading these Apex accounts, if I were to take out the 600K, I get a lot more leverage staying with Apex than I do in my own futures account. So basically, with real money trading, I have less rules. Obviously, that's good, but I have less leverage. And then on the other side, with the Apex trading, I have more rules, not so good, but I get quite a bit more leverage. That really brings me to the 3rd major thing that I've been thinking about. I know some of you might be saying,
why didn't you take out the money, and whether you want to use the money for trading or something else, you could always restart with Apex.
And I hear what you're saying, but if you check out these videos or the live stream, by the way, shameless plug, Monday to Friday, 9 to 11, you can watch me trading my own accounts. I've preached it many times that the hardest part about prop trading is building up your buffer. The more buffer you have, the far easier it becomes. So I'm kind of thinking about the concept of, do I want to give up all of that buffer? I've already done the hard part, and now with so much buffer, if I'm just looking for like little scalp trades here and there, the odds of it working without violating any rules is really high. So really, the third thing that I'm thinking about is, do I want to give up that buffer? Do I want to give up that hard work? Do I want to give up that advantage that I currently have? Now that I'm filming this video, I'm actually thinking about a whole nother option that really hasn't crossed my mind. I guess I could meet myself in the middle, take out a large chunk of the money, so it's quote unquote secured, guaranteed, it's in my bank account, but then leave some buffer. And maybe that's enough to get going again, but it's kind of meeting myself in the middle. I don't really know if that makes sense. And if I do it, how much buffer should I leave? How much money should I take out? I guess these are all the things on my mind right now. Oh, I almost forgot. I can't believe I almost forgot one of the most important parts of this video. Just add a little bit of context that's gonna kind of explain the pressure on me, just to, bring the tensions to the next level. For those of you who've been paying attention to the previous saga, that took place from December up until about March of 24 into 25. So roughly a year ago at this point in time. At that point, I got about $240,000 in payouts. My accounts were sitting at $800,000, and I blew them out. As in, I didn't get any of the money. I thought I was gonna go and go and go, and I basically just got tilted, spiraled. I made a whole video on it. Feel free to check it out, but it was horrible. And that actually marks the second time in my trading career that I had 7 figures in my hand, and I let it fall through my fingers. So in terms of the context for this decision, do I really want to put myself at risk of the third major financial fumble of my life? So like I said, just a little bit more context of what I should do, what you would do, what you think the best option is forward in this particular situation. So truly, I do appreciate your thoughts, your opinions, your advice. I promise you, I will be reading every single comment posted under this video because I really do need your help. For now, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.